Hi guys, this is Adrienne Green, Realtor with Sampson Properties. I'm here with my dog Molly, and Molly is joining us today because I am visiting with Carla Mangone from Pet Wants Chantilly. She and her dog Allie are Zooming with us today, and she's going to tell us all about her business, Pet Wants Chantilly, which is a great resource that people can use right now while they're staying safe at home to help get the dogs and the dog food and other things they need for their pets. So thank you for joining us today, Carla.
Thank you for having me.
And why don't we get started with you telling us a little bit about what is Pet Wants Chantilly?
Okay, thank you. Well, we deliver fresh pet nutrition within weeks of being made. And some of you may say, well, what's fresh pet nutrition? So traditional pet food is mass produced in large facilities, and then it sits on the shelf in distribution, and then it goes to the store before it reaches your pet's bowl for anywhere up to a year. And our food is slow cooked in small batches, and that food is delivered within weeks of being made. And on top of that, I can actually tell you the date that your food was made. Any of our blends that we have for dogs and cats, our formulas, I can tell you when it was made, and the dogs and cats really benefit from the fresh nutrition that they are receiving.
That's awesome. What a great resource to have available to people. Now, how did you start this business and get connected with doing this?
Well, it's actually the timing of everything is actually pretty ironic. We adopted our dog Allie, who is munching on an antler behind me. We adopted her in last spring, and the following Monday, probably a week after, I found out I was being laid off from my job. It was a part-time association job, and my background was in association work, and my husband and I were talking about it, and we decided to think outside the box for my next career. And being in an association background, I went to the Franchise Association, and we looked up different opportunities, and that's how we found Pet Wants. And to dovetail with that, since we just adopted Allie, we weren't sure what to feed her. She was on grain-free from the foster family that we got her from, and our vet told her not to feed her grain-free. And I just remember standing in line or in the aisle of the grocery store looking at all the foods, and I didn't know where to start. So, I picked a bag and I just started feeding it to her, and she didn't like the food. Like, she would only eat if it was wet food on top of it. And when we found Pet Wants, I told my husband, I was like, well, Allie has to like the food. And I got the box, and it was shipped to me. And she was jumping all over me as soon as I brought the box home, and she scarfed it down, and she loved it. And another thing that I loved about the food was, the ingredients that I could read, but I also got a treat for freeze-dried salmon, and I flipped it over and looked at the ingredients because as a food allergy mom, that's what I've been doing for the past 16 years. And it was just salmon. And I just love that. There was no additives, no fillers, nothing. And when I saw, Allie was truly the one who answered it for us. She loved the food. She was a picky eater. She loved the food. She loves the food to this day. And so that made the decision easier for us. And everything that Pet Want stands for, we firmly believe in, healthier, happier lives through fresh nutrition. And that's how, and that's how we got started. So we opened in November of last year.
Wonderful. That's great that your dog was part of the decision-making process there.
Yes, if it weren't for Allie, she's changed our lives in so many ways. It's ironic to think about, that we adopted her and then started on this journey. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing how life goes with that in ways that we can never predict it.
Exactly.
So, you mentioned that with Pet Wants, you guys deliver the food, which I think could be really helpful for people right now who are staying safe at home. So can you tell us more about how that food delivery works?
Yes. So I can deliver anywhere from Purcellville to Alexandria. I've even gone downtown to do deliveries, and I like to pride myself on it's delivery within 24 hours. And
Wow.
I've had some clients call me and say, I'm out of food. And I always say, well, do you have enough to get through the night? Because if you don't, I can get you the food, but otherwise I can, deliver it the next day. And all of our formulas, like I said, we have 7 formulas for dogs and 3 formulas for cats.
Okay.
And all of our formulas can be mix and match. Another thing that makes us unique is it's by the pound. And so you can order 3 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of salmon, and 5 pounds of lamb. And then that way your dog is getting the different proteins that they need. and really, getting all of the different benefits and nutrients and vitamins for each protein.
Mm-hmm.
And you can set it up to deliver every 2 weeks, every month, every week, depending on, what your dog wants, or, what you're feeling like feeding them for that week. And I offer, obviously online ordering and also subscription. So it's just like, I get my paper towels from Amazon. So it's just like that. You just sign it up. You just sign up for, however many weeks you want your food delivered. And then I just drop it at your door, and I never ring the doorbell because the dogs.
Right. Well, that's fabulous. And if you have 24-hour delivery, that's faster than Amazon oftentimes. That's amazing.
Yeah. And oftentimes, I mean, sometimes it can even be same day delivery if it just, if just the timing works out where, you call me in the morning and I can get it to you later that day. So it is one of the things that I pride myself on is making sure that we can get the food that your pets need faster.
Right. That's wonderful. And that's something that I appreciate whenever I get to work with, small family-owned businesses here in Northern Virginia, is there's really such a level of service that businesses like yours provide, and that really, you might not need that level of, care 9 times out of 10, but then there's the time when you forgot to order on time, or I don't know, you had a dog visiting and things go through faster and you're like, oh no, I don't have food tonight. Amazon's not going to rush their food to you, or if they do, it's going to come at a significant cost. But when we have our food coming from a business like yours, you can get that kind of service that really helps in a tough time.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm happy to help in, any way that I can, because I know, and I've told many people that I'm out doing deliveries 5 or 6 days a week. So can't guarantee toilet paper, but if there's anything any of my customers need, then, just send me a text, because I'm out there driving around. So, because we are an essential business. So
that's wonderful. It's like you're part of every one of your clients is part of your family, it seems like, and you're just there to help them.
Yes.
So let's say some people are watching and they're not local to Northern Virginia. Are there services like this in other parts of the United States?
Yes. So there are over 100 locations nationwide, and you can just go to petwants.com and put in your zip code. And if there's not a location near you, then the main corporate office in Cincinnati can certainly fulfill your orders. That's actually how I got my first order. We're the only location in Virginia. And so they shipped the food out to me. So there's definitely, other options, and again, anybody can contact me also, and I can help, point you in the right direction of where you can go.
That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
And that's great how the company also, from the corporate can step in if there's not a local franchise owner there. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. And then now you mentioned you had cat food as well. So do you want to tell us, all the animals that you cater to with Pet Wants?
Yeah, well, it's just the dogs and the cats, but we have different formulas for the cats as well. So we have lean cat, which is good for multi-cat households, because inevitably you have a cat who enjoys the food and a cat who might not enjoy the food. So if you have the multiple cat households, the lean cat can satisfy, everybody's nutritional requirements. And we also have grain-free options in both the dogs and the cats. Okay. And then, because we recognize that some dogs do need grain-free, and then obviously all cat and kitten. So you can feed it from all of the life stages, and that goes for the dogs as well. We have a puppy formula, but we also, our chicken, salmon, and lamb can go toward, could be fed to puppies as well. Okay. It's all life stage.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. That makes it easier, especially if people have multiple dogs or multiple cats, if they can just get one food to feed all the ages, that helps.
And that helps. That's where the pounds come into play also. Because if you have a Mastiff and a Yorkie, obviously the Yorkie's not going to need as much food as the Mastiff. So you could order, 1 pound, 2 pounds for the Yorkie, and then 55 pounds of the lamb or whatever flavor you want. So the dogs can, again, the unique benefit of ordering by the pound really helps in so many different scenarios.
Right. Yeah, I can see that really helping. And like you're saying, how you used it so your dogs could try different foods.
Yes.
When you were getting started. Now, you also had mentioned treats and things like that as well. So besides food, what else do you offer?
So we have a full line of all natural chews and treats, and I was trying to see, it looks like Allie is blocking the elk antler that she was chewing on, but that's a good example of what she can have. All of our treats, or all of our chews, are fully digestible. So anywhere from a duck foot and a chicken foot all the way up to the beef cheek rolls or the elk antlers. And we don't sell rawhide, there's no chemicals or no preservatives in our treats and our chews. And we also have single source protein snacks. So I mentioned the salmon that I ordered the very first time that I ordered Pet Wants, but then we also have like kangaroo jerky and venison jerky, which is a good treat for dogs with unique allergies. They're getting exposed to the protein that they don't normally, they might not normally have. And then, you know, I even have like cricket treats, which is a good sustainable alternative protein as well. So it's not shaped like the crickets, like the chicken feet, but it is, I mean, they're, you know, but the dogs love it. And it's mixed with, you know, flaxseed or sweet potato or peanut butter. Okay. And we also have CBD supplements and mushroom powder and the CBD oils. And then I make, we call them spa products, and it's spelled SPAW. Okay. And I make those in-house with doTERRA essential oils. So it's healing salve, flea and tick repellent, which is really good for this time of year. And then also a calming balm, which helps, you know, dogs when they have, you know, when they're scared of the thunderstorms, or if they have to go on the car ride and they get motion sickness. And again, because it's doTERRA essential oils, if the dogs lick it off, it's, you know, it's no big deal. It's completely harmless, and it's, again, it's all natural. So, and we have, you know, we have a lot of different options for a lot of different dogs and cats. And obviously the cats, we have freeze-dried minnows, which is the whole fish, and then freeze-dried salmon and chicken hearts. So we have a lot of really good, I call them high reward treats that are, again, all natural, and the dogs and cats love them.
That's fabulous. You have so many products that you offer besides just this dog and cat food. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great because we have a great, you know, variety of items, and that's, you know, I miss going out to events and setting up shop and you know, showing everybody all the stuff that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fabulous, and really is a great resource, especially the treats. I know that sometimes I have struggled with finding treats that don't have a lot of additives and things like that for my dogs. And like you pointed out, not only is that better for the dogs, but it's more motivational. I mean, my dogs love venison jerky, which I know you mentioned. And so that is definitely something that they will do anything for venison jerky. So it works for sure.
Yeah, it does.
And thank you so much for sharing all this. Now, do you have any specials or anything you'd like to highlight or promote right now?
I do. I am actually running a first-time special, or a special using the code NEXTDOOR, 20% off your first order. And then if there's any healthcare or teachers or first responders out there, I have a 25% off offer as well. And it's differentiated based on the occupation. So if you know of anybody, you can certainly reach out and email me, and I'll send you the code.
Okay, so the code NEXTDOOR gets you 20% off right now. Yeah. And if you are one of those amazing people who's helping the community right now with this coronavirus, first responder, etc., they can just reach out to you directly, and they'll get 25% off by verifying their employment.
Yes, and no matter what, it's free delivery. Again, free delivery within 24 hours. So I don't charge a delivery fee. And so again, you know, I can just deliver it as soon as you need it.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Carla. Again, Pet Wants Chantilly. And guys, if you want to find out about more Northern Virginia businesses that are amazing, like Carla and Pet Wants Chantilly, please subscribe to the channel. I try to profile several businesses every month. And I will put in the description below the video all the information for Carla and Pet Wants Chantilly. So those of you who want to give it a try and help her business and help yourself by getting some of that amazing dog and cat food and treats, you can find all the information there. If you know someone else who might be interested, feel free to share the video with them as well, and then they can always give Carla a call and check out her products. So thank you so much, Carla. I really appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. So thanks for everybody who's watching. Adrienne Green, Realtor at Sampson Properties, happy to share some Northern Virginia businesses with you today.